Morning, Pirate Nation. Welcome back to Corinth Holders High School. For all of our new students today, welcome. We appreciate you being here, and we're excited to have you on board with us. We're just going to kind of go over a few things. I went over some of it in one of my announcements this past Friday, but just wanted to really touch base with students and staff this morning and kind of go through information just so you're aware of it, so we're all on the same page moving forward with this hybrid plan and being back at school. So first things first are our mask. We have to wear the mask. We can't halfway wear them. When you get out of your vehicles, you're supposed to put them on before you even walk up to the building to get your temperature checked, so make sure we're doing that. They have to be just like this. They can't be halfway down under the nose. It has to be covering the nose and the mouth, so just make sure that we're doing that properly, please. So when we're walking in the hallways, if you're having to pull them out a little bit to get some air, that's fine, but do not pull them down. You're supposed to be wearing them the whole time. We will eat lunch in the classrooms. That's the only time you can pull them down to eat. When you're not in the actual active eating, you have to put them back on. So again, teachers will be enforcing that. If there's a refusal to wear a mask properly, you will be sent home. It will be failure to follow lawful directive and suspension. So just make sure that we are really following that policy, that procedure, and that expectation, please. And if there's any questions, you will need to ask me directly. We will be happy to go over why we have to wear those throughout the day. Staff members will be wearing them as well. So just again, in the classrooms, in transitions, when you go to the bathroom, all those things, they have to be worn at all times. We are, just kind of a disclaimer before I forget, we are going to hand out devices to those who registered for a loaner device. We'll be handing those out during first block today. Those that registered to have the early release pass from Pirate Time, so those that registered to leave after fourth block, you will come through the front and we will have a spreadsheet with your name on them, and we will give you a pass for that so you can have it from this point forward. So just know that you will exit today, and then we will give you a pass as you exit. So again, welcome back to campus. So what we're going to try to go through a little bit today, we'll start with student meals because there is breakfast that is offered. It's free breakfast, free lunch for anyone who would like it. There is in first block every day. Your teacher will ask you if you would like a lunch or not, and then they will give us a total number. So that's not something you need to waver on or change your mind throughout the day. You need to know going into first block if you're going to be participating in school lunch, because we have to have that number, and then we will distribute them at a designated time. Same thing with breakfast. If you do want breakfast when you're coming in, there's a process of where you come in, come down the hallways, go down to the cafeteria, you'll go in one door, grab a breakfast, go out the next door, and then actually eat that in your first block classroom. So any meals that will be eaten throughout the day will be done so in the classroom, will not be utilized in the cafeteria for eating at any point. Student parking passes, we will still be selling parking passes at certain points in the day. They are $50. So you have to make sure that you are paying for that parking pass, register for it. If you are parking on campus today without a parking pass, we'll kind of let that slide today, but you need to make sure you're getting a parking pass from this point forward. If somebody's parked in your spot, go to the visitors parking, and when you come in, you let us know. You go to the front desk and you let us know that somebody's parked in your spot, and we will take care of that so it doesn't happen again. It's kind of a shout out to our seniors, class of 2021. Wanted to just kind of go over a few things with y'all since you're here today, and happy to have you and happy that it's your senior year. So we do have a senior packet. Make sure you're going through that. There's a link for that. That's on our website as well. Mid-year graduation date is December 18th. Our graduation date is May 28th, and so we will also have cap and gown orders and all of that. Makeup senior pictures will be October 29th. We do have prom scheduled. That's April 16th, and that's going to be at 7:30 to 11:30, and that's going to be at the Raleigh Marriott Crabtree. Senior awards will be in May. Senior picnic we still have scheduled in May. And then we will still have yearbooks and ad information that you can go and do senior quotes and all of that stuff. So just make sure, seniors, go and check out the website and make sure if you have any questions, you just let us know. But we are planning things for you. We are planning on celebrating you. We have to make sure we can do it the right way and the safest way possible. So just know that we do have those things in the works. We haven't forgot about you, and we're excited to celebrate you. Now, a little bit about the student handbook. So you can go onto our website, you can access our student handbook. So it's going to have kind of our procedures as of now for students in there. And it's going to have your student code of conduct and expectations and all of that. Everything in that student handbook is subject to change based off of what model we are in. Because when we come back fully, we might actually be bringing back Smart Lunch, which is a big part of that handbook. Right now it's not because we're not able to do it. But some of the big things just to really look at your student code of conduct and expectations, especially for some of our new students that kind of get caught off guard about some of the expectations. Some of the common things that students get in trouble for, class disruption, and failure to follow off a directive. If an adult in the building asks you to do something, you refuse to do it, it's failure to follow off a directive. Usually that's out of school suspension. Fighting is 10 days out of school. Vaping, smoking, any of that, it's going to be up to 10 days out of school. First offense is even having a vape on you, not even the act of doing it, will receive out of school suspension. Fighting is any action that may result in a fight. So just talking about it or arguing in the hallways could be out of school suspension. Especially some of our newer students, middle school, you have a little bit of an umbrella over you a little bit. Here, that's not the case anymore. We really don't have a lot of room for behavior issues. So a lot of behaviors right now aren't going to be going to in-school suspension. We don't have the after-school detention right now or any of that. So it's going to be going home just because we don't have a lot of room for that. So just make sure that you review that handbook, you understand those expectations, and we just do whatever we can to make Pirate Nation a wonderful place to be. And if you have questions, my door is open to all of our students and our parents and our staff. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. So if there's anything that you need, feel free to reach out, and that's what I'm here to do. So Plan B. Again, if you are here today, your last name should be Ada K. There are a couple of you that it's not. We have moved a few students from cohort to cohort just based off of special circumstances. But last names Ada K are the main students that are here today. And hybrid model is basically you're going to be sitting in a classroom. Your teacher also has to teach the other cohort. So they're teaching cohort 2, but they're also teaching the virtual students as well. So there might be times where your teacher's at their desk teaching all 3 cohorts. So it's not going to always be the same, way that you used to come in the classroom. They're in front of you, they're walking around and touching base with you and all of that. It's going to be different. So just understand that they're interacting with 3 groups of students, you included. So there might be times where you have to get on your device, put your headphones in, and listen to your teacher that's right there in front of you as he or she teaches to all the rest of the students. So just know that that's going to be a little bit different than we're used to. And the same thing is going to be the case whenever you're not here. So on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday, there's no live sessions. It's all what we call asynchronous. Thursdays and Fridays, so you're cohort 1, Thursdays and Fridays, cohort 2 comes in. And that means you'll have to do the live sessions. And that could be a pre-recorded lesson. That could be a 15-minute live session with a teacher. It could be a number of different ways that's represented by your teacher. So just know that also you're expected that you follow the same schedule. So you'll have to log in possibly at 7:15 for start of first block when you're not here. So just make sure you're checking out that schedule. The schedule does look like this. And we basically go to first block, second block, third block, fourth block. There's 10 minutes in between classes. When you are going from one class to another, you have to stay spread out. Downstairs, there's stickers on the floor. Upstairs, we're getting those down this week. But you need to stay about 6 feet apart when you're walking in the hallways. So boyfriend, girlfriends, no hugging, kissing, holding hands, any of that stuff. You gotta stay spread out. Usually I give people high fives and fist bumps. Probably not gonna be a lot of that right now either. But we are, again, excited to see you, but just get from point A to point B. If a teacher is sanitizing the classroom when you get there, they might have you stand in the back of the classroom as they're sanitizing, or they might have you stand along the wall in the hallway. So just know that there's, again, going to be some of those expectations. At 12:40, that's when instruction for the day, new instruction ends. And you'll go to something called pirate time. So from 12:50 to 2:15 is pirate time. Today, during pirate time, at 12:50, you'll go back to your first block class. Within that first block class, you will eat lunch and you'll have instructional support, meaning there might be things that get reinforced, things that you get time to make up or get help with. And then at 1:45, you go back to second block. And then we dismiss at 2:15. Tomorrow during pirate time, you'll go to third block and then fourth block. So you'll always go back to 2 of your blocks during pirate time. And so it's really important that you pull up that schedule and understand where you're supposed to go. So again, you'll eat lunch in the classroom during that time. Again, pirate time is instructional support. You can ask questions. It's targeted instruction. It's a way to engage with you, some of that personalized learning experience. So it's giving that opportunity to really try to help you out and get you to where you need to be. Again, at 12:40 is when the new instruction ends. If your parent feels like it's necessary for you to leave at 12:40, you can, as long as your grades are good. And so your parent can go online and fill out the form, and it submits it to me, and we see where they've given you permission. And then we'll give you a pass to where you can leave at 12:40. However, if your grades are falling and not where they need to be, you will not have permission to leave at 12:40. You'll have to stay the rest of the day so you get that instructional support. So just make sure that you are following those guidelines there. Instructional time, again, class is about 70 minutes. First block's a little bit longer because of the health screening process, but 70 minutes in class. Outside of class, you really shouldn't be getting more than 30 minutes of work per day per class, and about an hour per AP class. So just know that that's kind of an expectation as well. Digital learning, you will need a device when you are on site and off site. So coming on the campus, you'll need a device, either the school issued device or your own personal device. And you'll need earbuds or headphones. So make sure you're bringing those with you every day. Because again, you might have to engage in an online lesson. There very well could be a time where your teacher is out and you have to go to another teacher's classroom and sit in the back of their classroom and watch your teacher teach from home. So you might not be able to really talk a lot, so you're not disrupting their class, but you're going to have headphones and your device to hear your lesson for the day. It's just the nature of where we are right now with what's going on in the world, so that could very well be a possibility that happens. So just be prepared for that each and every day. Assignments and attendance, if you're a part of the cohort, you have to be here. You can't come in today and then tomorrow decide I want to be virtual tomorrow. If you have signed up for face-to-face, you have to be present both days to be counted present. When you are not here, so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for Cohort 1, you have to do the attendance check-in on Canvas, and that's going to be a check-in form with all of your teachers. So make sure you're doing that. So you'll get counted present on site, then you'll get counted present off-site for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For Cohort 2, it's the opposite. So you'll have to do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for Cohort 2. So just make sure, again, we're looking at that. Grading, teachers will be putting in grades once a week. So make sure you're checking with your teachers of where you are. A lot of people didn't turn in a lot of things during the remote learning. And, you know, at this point, you need to make sure you're meeting your teachers' expectations. Your teachers have been working extremely hard throughout this process, and you know their time should be honored and respected, and they're working hard to get these assignments and lessons completed. Please respect that time and make sure you're doing what they've asked of you. And again, the health and safety screening, you saw it this morning. Coming in, people carpool, goes around the back of the building, and then it goes over in between the gym and the football field. That's where you'll let out for carpool. You will not get out of your car until someone takes your temperature. If you have a temp, they'll pull you to the side, and they'll take it again. If you still have a temp, they'll send you home. If you have symptoms or a temperature, or you start developing symptoms during the day, we need to know because we have a protocol we have to put in place for that. So I would say if you're symptomatic, if you have a temp, don't come to school. Let your teachers know, and then let me know because there's a protocol. We have to put you in the health form for the county. So just make sure, again, that's a protocol we have to follow throughout the day. We already talked about class transitions. Restrooms, there's only 4 people per boys and girls restroom, so only 4 are allowed in at a time. So people will not be letting you in there if there's already four people in. So you can try to go in there during transitions, but it's very limited to how many people can be in there. Water fountains are closed down as well right now, so you should be bringing your own water to campus, your own water bottles to campus. So again, if there's an emergency for water, let your teacher know. But if it's, if we don't deem it as an emergency, you need to bring your own water. So restrooms, you might have to go some during the class, but that's going to be very limited because of disruptions. Dismissal, 2:15, we're going to dismiss. Students who have carpool, go out the side over there by the gym. If you have a student driver, you go out the front. Buses go out to the back parking lot just like we came in. So all the places where you came in is where you also exit at 2:15. You exit, you leave your mask on until you get into your vehicle. Student drivers, there's no hanging outside in the parking lot, no hanging outside of your cars. You have to get in your car and you have to wait. I know sometimes we get a line, we get backed up, and students like to wait in the parking lot. Can't do that. You have to be in your vehicle. Once you get in your vehicle, you can take your mask off, but there's no hanging out in the parking lot or anything like that. So just know that there's some of the expectations. We're excited about having you back. There's going to be some hiccups along the way. You're probably going to have people telling you to spread out in the hallways. So we're not yelling at you. We're just being loud so everybody can hear us. We're excited to have you back. If you need something, ask. If you have questions, ask. If you don't know how to get from point A to point B, teachers in first block, help your students figure out where their classes are for today. Second block, third block, please do the same. Just check in with your students, make sure they know where to go. Or again, after 12:40, so after fourth block today, you go back to first block. So just, again, make sure you're prepared for that schedule. We're excited to have you back. We're excited for you to be a part of Pirate Nation, and all of our freshmen, welcome to Corinth Holders. And our class of 2021, congratulations for your senior year. We're excited to celebrate you. We hope you have a wonderful day, and welcome back, y'all.